filming. You see, so this guy used to be a Kaizer Chiefs fan, ne?
Oh yeah.
But because TX Galaxy's owner lives here,
Yeah.
now he's made him change teams. TX Galaxy's owner came to him. Tim Sugu came to him. You understand? What do you want?
My team is going to what you call KZN.
KZN, yeah.
May 5.
May 5.
So I want you must come and support.
September.
November.
Welcome to it. This is an interesting show. Today I've got a man who has been hitting the headlines every week. He's trending. He's here, he's driving, he's in Mr. President today. This is the FreeRide podcast. I'm excited to speak to Nota. Nota, you're a legend, bro. Like,
thank you.
You know, most people don't understand what you've done for hip-hop, for music, and you know, and welcome, man. Thank you so much for taking time to be on the show, man. I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
But let me put on my driving glasses.
So you, my brother, you're like you're the first guest to be like, nigga, I want to drive that car.
Yeah, because I don't what you call. I'm the navigator.
Yeah.
On my mission.
Yeah.
I'm always behind the driver's seat.
You are your own driver.
Please don't grab the steering wheel while I'm driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
It will be a situation, but obviously I just wanted, by the time I do an episode, I want to have some sort of difference. And plus, I mean, you've been doing this for quite a while now. You say you've been shooting this for 4 months.
Yeah.
So I think you also deserve a free ride.
No, for sure. That's it, man. What a way to do it, bro. So this car gives you a little bit of, takes you down memory lane.
Yeah, the last time I was behind the steering wheel of this car, I crashed my father's one.
Yes, that's dog.
Yeah. So at 18 months.
At 18 months?
Yeah, that's what they say. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I don't have any independent recollection of this, but my parents told me that they left me in the car.
Yeah.
And then I ended up pulling down the handbrake.
You pulled down the handbrake and it rolled and it just crashed.
Yeah, well, I played with it. I probably hang on to it, and then the car rolled.
Yeah.
And then because it was the garage that we were on, I was on an embankment. So and then my sister tried to pull me out of the car, and then the car was moving too fast. Apparently it flipped her over, and then I ended up in my neighbor's yard. Well, inside their yard, because I crashed down their wall. Yeah.
Damn, my brother.
Yeah.
All right. So I think, you know, for the benefits of our listeners on the FreeRide podcast,
all your viewers, yeah.
You know, let's start with where you were born and raised, bro.
Well, I was born in Parktown.
Yeah.
At Florence Nightingale Hospital.
Yeah.
And when I was born, my parents still lived in Deep Kloof, Soweto.
Yeah.
But soon after I was born, they bought the piece of land here in Bloberstrand, where we currently live, which is our family home.
This is where we're driving to now.
So we're going right now. We're going to my family home. That's where I was raised.
Yeah.
And I've lived my whole life on this side of town. Yeah. So my homie, the first place where we started making music, my homie's house is right there.
Yeah.
See, next door to Indaba Hotel, there's an estate there. It's called Fernridge.
Oh.
That was there. My
You've
homie
seen this
Eli.
place develop.
I watched it. Yeah. When we arrived here, or when we bought the land in 1991, the only thing that was here, it was just this garage, this Caltex garage here.
What?
That was it. There's nothing else. Oh, and the school, Witkoppen school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was nothing else.
And then it was just farms.
Yeah, this was farm.
Yeah.
I think there even used to be a TV show called On Four Ways Farm.
Oh shit.
You know, when we were kids. So so that's when we were here in the beginning. So I basically watched all of this come up.
Was it difficult growing up around here, being a black guy, like Kosingamling and stuff?
Nah.
It wasn't?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. No, it was never difficult. Like, obviously, in terms of like where I did grow up, we were the first blacks.
Yeah.
Right, but as a child, I wouldn't have even noticed. But I realized later, or my father told me later, that they needed to actually ask for permission
to live there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I expect this car to be a manual. So I'm thinking, shouldn't I be pressing a clutch or something like that?
You're about to change the gear.
Yeah, like,
put it on neutral.
So yeah, but I only drive automatic anyway, so it's a good thing. So that's when I realized that, okay, there was actually a difference. And this was pre-94, you must remember.
Yeah.
And when we first arrived in the north, we were renting a house in Olivedale, which is right next door to Bryanston.
Yeah.
So right between Bryanston and Olivedale, there's a Cecil garage, where there's a Burger King. And then right next door on the corner house, that's number 3 Carroll Avenue. Yeah. That's the first house we lived in 1993. 1994.
Yeah.
So from 1993 to 1994 to 1995, we lived. This guy works for one of my friend's dads, because my friend's dad is the head of the Deep Salute Taxi Association stuff. So yeah, don't worry, he's a lighty. Anyway. So yeah.
So that's you growing up here in the north, bro?
No. Well, in Olivedale. So we had our white neighbors, and the first experience that we had with our white neighbors is that we moved here, and then my dad was still back in the house in Diepkloof, and we moved in with my mom, and we set off the alarm in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And we slept with the alarm on, and it rang the whole entire night until our white neighbors came the next day and said, listen, don't you guys know how to use an alarm? And we're like, no, we've never had an alarm. We come from Soweto.
Yeah.
And then our white neighbor taught us how to use the alarm. And that was I think the first time I realized that, okay, fine, white people and black people are different.
Yeah.
That was the first time living amongst white people. And after those experiences, going to school with these other white kids and stuff like that, it became normal. So our lives were normal. And also white people were like, hey, we need to integrate as a country. It's not like white people were against integrating with black people. They actually voted for it. There was a referendum and they voted for it.
Yeah.
So I think that our neighbors were some of those who voted yes,
Who were open-minded.
Yeah.
Were more welcoming.
You see, let me show you something about me. Ozala. Ngikubonisa ikamera le. Ikamera no, ngiyakufaka. Woza ngapha. No, itlakamo. Ke batla o kenya mo filming. You see, so this guy used to be a Kaizer Chiefs fan, ne?
Oh yeah.
But because TX Galaxy's owner lives here.
Yeah.
Now he's made him change teams. TX Galaxy's owner came to him. Tim Sugu came to him. You understand? What do you want?
My team is going to KZN.
KZN, yeah.
May 5.
May 5.
So I want you must come and support.
September.
November.
Okay, so for Lututu. Mamtutu. I'll come with Mamtutu. Don't worry. Ne?
Yeah.
Sharp. So yeah.
That's how we do it, man.
So Tutu is the marketing manager.
For TS.
Angipethanga cash mara ngizokufaka.
Alright.
Ngawari. So yeah, hola. Hola dog.
Hola.
So
Yeah.
Being part of this community, living inside this community, like all of these guys.
You know all these niggas, bro.
Yeah. You see, he's even giving me free water. He knows I'll look out for him.
Damn, dog. All right, so yeah.
Growing up in this community, everything was normalized. Everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a community. That's why you can walk around in the streets. We're in the north. It doesn't matter that some person is a celebrity, another person is not. Like, these people see celebrities every day.
Yeah. They used to it.
There isn't a celebrity that's not here.
Yeah.
In the north. So growing up, I was also exposed to that.
Yeah.
When I go up the road, I go to my former childhood doctor, Dr. Minga. House, Uncle Shrini, and his wife is Mami Von Chaka Chaka.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's in Bryanston as well. So, you know, that helped normalize us living amongst white people because we also had prominent black people within our community.
It's true, yeah.
You know, within our immediate vicinity that we knew personally. You know, Dr. Menga used to give me injections in my bum when I was a baby. You know what I mean?
Shit, yeah.
You know, that's how you get vaccinated as a kid.
Yeah.
So,
this vaccine thing is not a new thing.
Yeah.
Watch this nigga.
No, I'm looking for the indicator.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I got it. But my mirror is letting me down, I won't lie.
Yeah, I know that they came with one mirrors.
So yeah, so you know, Monte Casino came up.
So it all came up.
I watched it come up, you know, all of that stuff. And yeah, man, it's become more and more black. Like, but obviously our neighbors are still white. Us.
Yeah.
Where we stay, you'll see who our neighbors are and everything. I guess it's like this is the epitome of what the new South Africa was supposed to be.
For sure.
The north of Joburg, Four Ways, this type of area. But the saddest thing is that right behind my neighborhood, Blobosrand, is also like the squatter camps, Kaya Sands.
Oh, and yeah.
You are confronted with the level of inequality
Poverty,
in our community every day. Because here, you know, the 1% of the black people live here amongst the 99% who struggle.
Just
to survive here.
And it's not just Kaya Sands, it's also like Diepsloot.
Well, Diepsloot is there on the other side. That's a whole nother area. But yeah, before there was Diepsloot, and it was only Diepsloot, there was a place called Skotpola, Zevenfontein.
Skotpola,
yeah. So Skotpola, there were two sides. There was Skotpola, which was a squatter camp in Zevenfontein, and then on the other side they put RDP houses in a place called Diepsloot. So they moved everyone who was in Skotpola from the shacks into the RDPs at Diepsloot. But then the two areas encroached on each other so much that they ended up becoming one big area called Diepsloot. You understand? Okay, and then on the side where it was only shacks, those shacks were then demolished and they moved people. And
nobody moved in there? Because normally...
No. Everybody was moved. So the place where Zevenfontein, Skotpola started back in the day is now Steyn City.
It's now Steyn City?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Shit, bro, that's like the history of the North is in your head, bro.
Well, I grew up here. It's the history of my neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's also my history. It's part of my life.
So would you say like there's been big strides made in our democracy, seeing so many black people moving on to the north?
No. It's been terrible.
Why would you say that?
Because it stifled our development as black people. We didn't develop our black communities. Instead, we wanted to integrate ourselves into white communities.
Okay.
And our black communities are still suffering. And now we don't have the requisite social capital to keep our heads above the water in these white communities. You know, we don't have the requisite social capital. Very few of us, and it's taking a long time to build within these communities. But I mean, like, for people like myself and my friends and our parents and everything else, because we've been here for so long, we have the social capital. But anyone who's entering right now, like, if we don't know you, then, you know, you're just a stranger, and we don't have that rapport with you, then, you know, it becomes very difficult. Whereas, like, if you're in a community like in Soweto, like, you know, you can actually really have social capital within your community because it's a community that looks out for each other.
Yeah.
And here, we're very insulated, you know. Those who know each other look out for each other, but those who don't know each other, you know, treat each other as if...
And everybody's behind the walls, high walls.
Yeah, the high walls, you know, the pretentious smiles, because those are also a high wall.
So,
you know?
So you've seen a lot of black people coming in with new money into the north.
I used to cut my hair with Shoes Mashrew.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the guy he scored in a World Cup.
Yeah.
And I would cut my hair with him.
What?
Yeah.
He used to live in the north as well.
Yeah, he lived in Blobosrand.
Where did you guys cut your hair? Like Kostrate?
No, I'll show you where we cut our hair. The salon is still there. Spusiso is still there. Yeah, it's one of the best hairstylists in South Africa.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, and then
and he doesn't do it for like he's got his loyal clients, you know.
Yeah.
My mother was once well, my mother's still a loyal client. My wife has also gone to him, his wife, Brenda, to do her hair as well. He used to, do the hair for all the black and upwardly mobile people in the northern suburbs.
He used to go there.
The what's his name? Chris. I forgot his surname. But next door to my house is the engineer that engineered all the TS Records music back in the day. So DJ Smooth would come up in his Porsche Boxster and park at the house next door to our neighbor, our direct neighbor, and that's where they would do all the post-production for all the TS Records albums. So I met DJ Smooth when I was a kid down there, and I'd also get to listen to some of the TS Records music before it comes out.
And how did you get into music, bro? Like, was it your first encounter with music? Was it through watching DJ Spoo and them coming through, or was it before that?
No, my cousin was already in the music industry. So my cousin was one of the founders of South African hip-hop. He was also one of the guys who were at the forefront of the founding of Lee Club in Joburg.
Yes, I remember Lee Club.
Yeah, so my cousin is Specs.
Oh shit.
Yeah, his mother is my dad's big sister.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my aunt.
And so, that's where you could only find hip hop back then, man.
You understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, hip hop is in my blood.
So that's how you got into music, into hip hop.
Yeah, that's how I got into it, because it's a family business. You know, my cousin started the first hip hop radio show in South African radio on Rao Radio back in the day. Before there were rap activity jams and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, my cousin did that. He also released the first rap album by a solo artist.
Yeah.
Or the first commercially released body of work by a solo artist. Because I know there was an underground solo album released by Mfundisi Nchebe. But that wasn't released commercially, like in stores. It was one of those that you could sell on the side of the road. But the one that was in stores was my cousin's. I think it was rhymes I wrote, and then he released an album called Nothing for Mahala.
Nothing for Mahala.
Yeah, so that's Specs. So that's how I got into the music business. I got inducted into it. But my interest in music started when I got my first CD collection of Bad Boy records.
Oh yes.
Notorious B.I.G. And from that moment onwards, I fell in love, and I wanted to be the next Puff Daddy. So
you wanted to rap, or you wanted to be a music mogul like him?
I wanted to do all of it.
Okay.
So my music mogality started when I started hosting parties right across the street here. There's a place called Deco Park, Northlands Deco Park. There was a club there called Black Orchard. And as you can see, further up this road is Witkoppen Road, right? So the Dome is on the other side.
Yeah.
So this club was like a catchment area for concert after parties at the Dome. So whenever there would be a big hip-hop act that would be doing a concert at the Dome, we'd host an after party here, and we'd make tons of money.
Shit.
And other than that, we'd also host parties.
And how old were you then?
I was still a teenager. I was still in high school. So this is 16, 17, 18.
Damn!
So the thing about my generation is that we couldn't get into these nightclubs, right? All those nightclubs, they played house. The house DJs were big, but my generation was into hip-hop. So we then hosted parties for my generation to play hip-hop. I'm going to take you on a long drive.
Okay.
No. Let me actually... we'll take that drive later. Or should we? No. Let's take the drive now. Let me take you on the drive.
Okay, cool.
So...
So you used to host all these parties back then?
Events, yeah.
And then, but were you guys selling alcohol?
Welcome to Blobosarant. Yeah. So the teenage drinking is very bad. So we did it.
But there was no leaning then. I mean,
yeah.
And how was the drug scene though?
Nah, I don't know about drugs there. Like, drinking Red Square was all we did.
Oh yeah.
This house, that's Eugene Mteta of Trompis.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
So
I'm just saying. I got the most Samas in my neighborhood, by the way.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Chico Twala is also here. I got more Samas than him. So No, I'm just saying.
Just what it is.
You know,
It is what it
facts
is.
on facts on facts.
Come on now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is where I grew up. You know, this was a nicer side of town. So on this side of town, it's closest to the Kaya Sands side, right?
Oh yeah.
So what they've done now is that they've even blocked the road.
Okay.
You understand? There you see the Kaya Sands, the squatter camps on that side of the thing. So there's a picture of this neighborhood where you can see like a nice, pleasant neighborhood, and then you see squatter camps on the side. This is that neighborhood. This is the picture of South Africa's inequality. Exactly.
Yo.
You know,
bro,
so
crazy, bro.
So this is Blobosrand. Remember there was that traffic cop who stopped. Oh, you live in Blobosrand? Ah, that's a squatter camp. She was talking about this squatter camp that's here.
Yeah.
So this side of Blobosrand is the poor side.
Yeah.
Right? This is the poor side of Blobosrand.
And this is the money side. Does it?
No, no. Yeah, I'm just saying. So as we go closer towards my parents' house, we get to the money side.
Oh, okay. So there's also disparities within this neighborhood as well. So there's old money and new money.
Well, we were the first blacks here.
Okay.
You know, to own land here in '91.
Yeah. So your parents bought the land and built a house.
Yeah, my dad built the house because that's construction. But now it's being extended.
Oh, okay.
These are our
they home?
These are our close friends. My mother's probably home. She's on pension now.
Oh, okay.
These are our close friends. Old house, the Siakas.
Yeah.
The mother is the head nurse at 4A's Life.
So
the head of the nursing department at 4A's Life Clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
This is our park. This is where we vote in elections.
Just come set up the tent there.
Nautilus Park.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm taking you to Spusise's hair salon now.
Okay.
Which is on this side, closer to my home.
Okay, cool. So just back to the music quickly. You used to do all these parties. Wanted to be like a Puff Daddy. And then when did you get into studio and start producing?
I'd already started producing.
Okay,
but
so
the
you
thing
were
is
already
that,
making beats.
Yeah, making beats didn't make money.
Okay.
You know? So that was the challenge back then. I'm gonna need to make a U-turn up front. Don't worry, it's also closed off. So our community has become gated over the years.
Oh, okay.
So it's closed off. You see, old white ladies walking around with their dogs.
So making beats is not making.
No, I was making music. I wasn't like making that. I wasn't making money through making beats. I was making beats so that I could rap on my own beats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I decided that we need to start doing something to actually make money and to actually get ourselves out there and to actually make connections. And the best way to make connections is to have events. So if I couldn't sell you a beat, I could book you for my event, right? And establish a relationship.
Yeah.
That would also help me build other relationships within the industry. So that's what we did. At least there was some value that I could give to the artists because I would be booking them for my events.
Yeah.
And so we could, build some rapport and have like a proper relationship.
And it worked.
It's been working. Damn. Okay, that's Busiso. You see, salon,
Oh.
salon 901.
Yeah.
That's it. That's Busiso's salon. That's where I used to get my hair cut with bra shoes when I was a kid. R.I.P.
Is
to
he
bra
not the
shoes.
same guy who made dreadlocks?
Yes.
Oh,
Dreadlocks,
is it
Shoesman, yes, the late Shoesman show, yes.
No, I'm saying the Busiso guy. Is it the same guy who did the dreadlocks? And
Of what?
You created like a dreadlock cream or...
No. That's another. That's Jabu Stone.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
I'm thinking of him. Okay.
That's Jabu Stone. So,
So now, you started doing all these events, making relationships, and then what then happened after that, bro?
Then
You were still at school, sorry.
I was still in high school. So this is Chris's house.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris is still here. That car, that's his old car. He's been had that car. He's had that car since he was mixing for TS Records. And that garage over there at the back, that's his studio. That's Chris's house. This is Chris's house. Yeah, he's still doing it. I mean, as an engineer, dude, you are needed.
Yeah.
And then this house is our neighbor.
Okay.
She's a policewoman. But the first neighbor who we found here when we moved here, her name was June. And then she was the one who gave us permission to be able to move here. And then when she moved out, Makosonke Mkhubata moved in here. And Makosonke is Makoy Mkhubata's brother. So Makoy Mkhubata and his brother and their band used to rehearse here.
Okay.
So if you guys watched the Summers recently, Makoy Mkhubata just recently won his own Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, yes.
And then this is my home. It's being renovated, as you can see.
Yeah.
Right at the top there, that's my apartment.
Okay.
At the bottom is the garage, and then it's the house. This is my folks' house. I don't know if we're gonna find anybody here.
Okay.
But
damn, bro, thank you for bringing us and showing us around your hood, bro.
But what we can do is, at least within your view.
Yeah.
No. No. It's wait. It won't work.
We just need to find maybe shade. So you wanted to park? Maybe Rikapakela on the right hand side. I don't think it'll go.
We can park on the left hand side. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, there. That's my studio that we're building over there, up there. So yeah, this is like my dad wanted it to be like the biggest house in the hood. It's been a big job. It is. So yeah, this is home.
This is home, bro. Thank you for bringing us to your home.
This is home. Eta, Shesho, ilekwe oled. Rilekwe oled. Upu mama. Opumile. Okay. Umtshela ukuthi unisamulo beka khona. Sharp. Uphu sizwe. Okay, awumbize lapha. That's my little brother.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I've got a little brother and a big sister.
Oh, just the three of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
but growing up, my cousin stayed with us, and so it was 2 girls and 2 boys.
And in school, were you here in the north?
No, I went to school in Fairlands.
All the way in Fairlands, bro.
Yeah, Radford House, which is.
Oh yeah.
Which is the primary school that I went to.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent 1 year at Sharon Lee Primary,
which is around here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In the next neighborhood called Sharon Lee.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went to Radford House because it was a school for gifted children. It's a private school for gifted children. And then I finished my primary school there. Yeah. And then I moved to Metropolitan Rauco in Brixton, Crosby.
Yeah.
Which is a predominantly black school for previously disadvantaged kids with high aptitude. Yeah. For either STEM subjects. Finance.
Have you always known that you were like a genius, like a brilliant kid? Or...
Yeah, well, I was told that I was a brilliant kid from a very young age. You know? So it wasn't about knowing it, right? Yeah. Because like, it is what it is. No, like, I mean, like, it's like, oh, your kid is so bright and everything else. You know what I mean? Oh, he's so bright for his age. All that type of stuff. But sorry. No. Sorry. I'm shooting something. Yo, come through.
Hola. Sapere. Hola.
It's my brother.
Hola. Sapere.
Come through. Linen. No, this is not Silly Matunzi. So this is my little brother, Sizwe.
Okay, cool.
Say what's up to the camera. You already can see you. Yeah. So any questions
you good, brother?
You wanna ask my brother about me?
How do you have a brother like him who's always trending, bro? Like, do you guys always tell him
hide
to like...
this thing? What is this? You must quit.
That's how it is.
Oh, that's how it is.
That's an exam.
He tells you what it is, bro. Yeah.
It was over.
Is this a police station, bro?
Yeah.
So why are we coming to a police station?
This is the Douglasdale police station where those cops brought me. Remember? So I used to have PTSD. I was not able to come to this police station because,
Yeah.
I've got a case against the police officers here.
We're not gonna get into. You're not gonna cause any trouble.
I'm not a criminal, dog.
Okay, but you're not
This is a police station. This is where you come to get your documents certified. So I should have every right to be able to just come here nicely. You know. I shouldn't feel any type of way. You know, coming to, like, you shouldn't feel some type of way coming to a police station.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that you know,
yeah,
that previous drama is over.
Oh, but do you attract like drama, bro?
Those guys were sent. I told you, those guys were sent by Black Coffee and his friends. Abomzwandile Masina, Nabofikile Mbalula.
To come deal with you.
Well, to come scare me, to come tell me that I'm a small boy. That's what they came to do.
What?
Yeah, and to let me know that I'm actually a really big boy. Because if they're gonna come to tell me that I'm a small boy, I must be a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't tell small boys that they're small boys. They know small boys are small boys. You don't need to talk to small boys.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
All right. So you need to go inside.
No.
Okay. Cool. So
Yeah.
you just chill here for a minute.
Yeah. Well, do you guys want a coffee?
I think yeah. Maybe there's a shopping center.
You wanna grab something to eat?
Yeah.
Let's go to another black business, right?
Okay.
And hopefully they'll give us some meat and stuff like that and some free stuff.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they recognize me. You know, sometimes.
Who doesn't recognize you?
Sometimes when they recognize me, I get free stuff. Yeah. So now you've seen the Douglasdale police station where they kept me.
Damn, bro.
And they tried to traumatize me.
So what? They kept you in the cells?
Yeah, they kept me in the cells. This is where I was kept in the cell. But I was just here, and then they took me to Randburg. You know, trying to send me to Sun City, thinking that, you know, I'm not gonna get my lawyers to get me out in time. You know.
Were you in the cells, bro? Like.
Yeah, I was in the cells.
And what was it like in there, bro?
Well, I was like a pastor there. I was giving sermons.
So they didn't try to rob you, or?
Why would they try to rob me, dude?
They wouldn't.
People love me, dog. That's the thing you need to understand. Don't go on Twitter.
Yeah.
Forget Twitter. You saw people on the street love me.
Yeah.
Do you think I care about what some tweeting hater says if the guy on the side of the road, right, who sells here, loves me so much that if something is happening to me, he will come and protect me?
Yeah.
I'm so well protected, dog. Very well protected.
And it's so true because, I mean, we saw it for ourselves, but also people just tend to think that social media is where life is. Meanwhile, there's more to that.
We live real life, you know. I'm somebody when I switch off my phone. And those people are nobodies when they switch off their phones. So that's why they go so hard on the social media, thinking that they can change their impression of how people view me. It's simply based on social media. But the people that know me personally. So it doesn't matter what you tweet. The guy on the side of the road is going to be like, I don't care what you tweet about this guy. I know this guy personally. Me. I know him. I sit with him. This guy sits with me. This guy makes time for me. And they give me free water, dog.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know? So I hear there's a new BBW & Co is there. So when we're forming the partnership.
Is that the black business you're
yeah, that's the one that I want to go to. When we're forming the partnership that ended up becoming Rap Life and everything else, we met at the Buzz here. There was a Capello that was owned by Sizwe Jomo.
I remember this Capello, yeah.
And that's where we had that meeting. You understand? So if niggas don't believe about that meeting, I got Sizwe Jomo as a witness, and you know Sizwe Jomo has never lied ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
He's a real G.
He's the realist.
Yeah.
He's the realist.
Yeah.
He's the realist. And he's got the same name as my little brother, but he's my big brother. So there's the Popo. Aye. Like, I'm not joining the force. Aye. I'm not joining the force. Ulinda shoba. Sure. So yeah. Yeah, no.
Damn,
that's their boss, my cousin.
What?
Yeah. You know. So
you know everyone, bro.
Well,
as many as you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
all right, so is this the black business you're telling us about?
Yeah, BBW & Co. So I thought, you know, let's give the black business a support. Mac G introduced me to these people.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think let's take a break and then let's go inside and
see what they got.
And see what they got.
Hopefully we'll get it for free.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Sure.
All right, man.
Lindele konko kuhle ngisifise